Good day. Welcome to BIAFRAN National Television and Radio, Bntvr, Voice of the Rising Sun. This is the Rising Sun News. I'm your host, Pointer. Before I go on with today's headlines, this is a special announcement from the Recruitment Office of the Biafran National Guard, BNG. The recruitment office to all candidates that applied for recruitment into the restored armed forces of the state of Biafra. All candidates are advised to check their inbox for response to their application to join the Biafran National Guard, BNG. Successful candidates are advised to acknowledge the acceptance of admission. Congratulations to them and good luck to those whose application was declined in their future endeavor. Now, the headlines. Impact of ARAB-ISLAMIC Summit on Biafran self-determination. Armed aggression in the state of Biafra. Cultism and political thuggery by occupying Nigerian government agents instigating violence in AWKA province. Biafran government congratulates Ghana's president-elect, MAHAMA. Now, the details. Impact of ARAB-ISLAMIC Summit on Biafran self-determination. This is in response to the leaders and governments of member states of the League of Arab States and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the international community, relevant specialized agencies and competent institutions on the extraordinary Arab and Islamic Summit held in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, on 11th of November 2024, which was hosted by the custodian of the two-head mosque, His Majesty King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, King of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The extraordinary joint Arab-Islamic meeting under the chairmanship of His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, discussed the right to self-determination of Palestinian people, thereby proving the people and government of the state of Biafra is legitimate and existing in the exercise of the inalienable right to self-determination, national sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity, as redeclared, proclaimed, restored, reestablished, and the Biafran national flag of independence, hosted at the 2nd Division Defense Headquarters in Suka Province on 30th October 2021, and also the inauguration of the Biafran Provincial Government (BPG) in Bende Province on 30th October 2023 as the bona fide administrating power after extensive consultations, interactions, and mutual agreement by the Biafran Supreme Military Council of Administration (BSMCA) with indigenous representatives, elders, youth, age grade, and women. The head of state BPG, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the State of Biafra, General Innocent N. Oji, GCSB, called on member states of the Arab-Islamic Organization, which includes President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, aka Jagaban, of the occupying Nigerian state, to adhere to international law by acknowledging the full participation of the state of Biafra as the 194th member state of the United Nations and the 56th nation of the African continent as the pathway to peace in the Nigerian-Biafran conflict. Recall, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was also at the summit and spoke strongly for the value for justice, dignity, and sanctity of human life for the Palestinian people. Therefore, whatever human right that is being advocated for the Palestinian people should also be obligated for the people of Biafra. Armed aggression in the state of Biafra. The grand assault artillery invasion and area bombardment of Mbata Umuchima community in Isialangwa North District, Aba Province, is an act by the occupying terrorist force and government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to commit massacre, genocidal cleansing, crimes against humanity, war crimes and forced starvation against the peoples and government of the state of Biafra. This was stated by the Provincial Administrator of Aba Province, Captain Nnamdi Ehinaya. Captain Nnamdi Ehinaya encourages the efforts of the brave Biafran military troops in defending the civilian populace and curtailing the heinous intention of the enemy forces of Operation Udoka from the occupying 14th Brigade Nigerian Army or Hofia Barracks, responsible for committing the crimes of aggressions in territories of defunct Abia State. He also called for a review of the situation to improve the self-defense strength in a more offensive and limitless strategy, and the neutralization of whatsoever checkpoint or blockade situated in Aba Province, stating the UN General Assembly Resolution 61/295, which is the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. Cultism and political thuggery by occupying Nigerian government agents instigating violence in AWKA province. The menace of cultism and political thuggery by agents of the occupying government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is instigating violence in AWKA and its environs, as noted by Colonel Okunwa Okafor, the Provincial Administrator of AWKA Province. The AWKA Provincial Admin stated that engagement and payment of cultists and cult groups by politicians in the defunct Anambra State is escalating violence, as seen recently in Umuchu, Ukpo, and Eke Agu Abatete, so as to force tension to propagate their selfish political interests to strive. Colonel Okunwa reiterates the dissolution of every individual, vigilante or security groups affiliated with the occupying forces, while warning those found culpable of cultism and political thuggery will bear consequences. The colonel advised the traditional leaders and indigenous youths in AWKA province to seek towards freedom, growth and development of their territories, and be watchful against enticement and deception from agents of the occupying government of Nigeria. Biafran government congratulates Ghana's President-elect Mahama. The Biafran provincial government of the state of Biafra, the head of state BPG, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the state of Biafra, the Biafran Supreme Military Council of Administration BSMCA, the Peoples and Armed Forces of the state of Biafra cordially congratulates His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on his spectacular victory as President-elect in the 7 December 2024 general election in the Republic of Ghana, and also the historic election of Ghana's first female Vice President, Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agimang. The head of state BPG, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the State of Biafra, General Innocent N. Oji, GCSB, informed the newly elected President of Ghana to avoid any sort of diplomatic engagement or agreement with the occupying government of Nigeria in subject to the people's lands, territories, and resources for livelihood of former eastern region of Nigeria, now the state of Biafra. Any of such diplomatic agreement or engagement will be invalid. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is a forebear advocate of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, should respect the legitimacy of the inalienable right to self-determination, national sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity of the peoples and government of the state of Biafra. The incoming government of the Republic of Ghana, while assuming office on 7 January 2025, should prioritize the revitalization of the colonial-influenced ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States, and the implementation of international law by member states of ECOWAS in respect to the rights of indigenous people, especially in the Nigerian Biafran conflict, while hoping for a new beginning and a new direction for the citizens of Ghana. This is the end of today's broadcast of the Rising Sun News. The headlines again: impact of Arab-Islamic Summit on Biafran self-determination, armed aggression in the state of Biafra, cultism and political thuggery by occupying Nigerian government agents instigating violence in AWKA province. Biafran government congratulates Ghana's president-elect, MAHAMA. Please do continue to share our broadcast in all your platforms and always visit the official website of the Biafran Provincial Government, BPG, Government of the State of Biafra, www.stateofbiafra.org. I remain your host, Pointer. Take care.